Hey, what's up everyone? Just starting the tilling here. Just wanted to show you a little bit of that. I got this little tiller here. We're only going down maybe 2-3 inches, and then we're going to do the turkey compost on top. So let me show you what that's all about. All right, just finished adding the wood chips to the rows here. So those are going to be our walking paths. We got the turkey compost in. I tilled that in lightly, cultivated it. I'm going to screen a little bit more of the turkey compost here, and then add maybe about another ½ inch on top of that. Be time consuming, but you know, getting that level seed bed is going to be important. This is pretty neat here because there was, I guess, some squash seeds, it looks like, judging by the leaves here, that were in this turkey compost here. So we're just going to leave this here and see what happens, let them run. As you can see here, that's some sort of, I know it looks like either a pumpkin seed or a squashy. They look pretty similar, so that's what I'm going to do. We're just going to let those run and see what happens there. Made a big dent in the wood chip pile there. We got to stake off the second plot over here, measure those out. Hopefully it'll go a little bit smoother now that I got this one down. Wanted to talk a little bit about this. This is what you call like row covers, or little like miniature caterpillar tunnels. There's a couple different names for them. So I'm either gonna go, this is a 10-foot PVC pipe. I've got rebar in the ground, and you can put insect net. You just go down the row and you put insect netting over it, or shade cloth, just depending on what you're trying to accomplish. So I think this is pretty sturdy. May do a string all the way down just to support a little bit more. But I'm going to show you what it would look like with it over just one bed. Here it's over 2 beds, so it's going to be harder to get in there. So we definitely have to, you know, to do weeding or whatever, or to harvest. We're going to have to take the covers off each time, or we can just do it on one bed, and we'll still have to duck down a little bit, but that might be the way to go. Probably a little more cost effective doing it this way, saving on the rebar and maybe the insect netting, not having to cut it as much. So let me show you that. Okay, so rebar here. I'm going to take this PVC pipe out here. Again, this was covering 2 rows, so I'm going to remove this. I'm going to go over 1 row here. PVC pipe like this. So you can see here, it's over one row. Still gonna have to kneel, duck down, but this may be a little bit better than going with putting it over 2 rows. There's another option. I can buy a 20-foot PVC pipe. I don't know how I'm going to get that home from the store though, but that would go over 2 beds, and then that would probably be about the same height as this one here. So something to think about. So just wanted to fill you in on that. All right, so I'm separating the cloves here. This is 5 pounds of the Lore's Italian garlic. I've got a pound here of the silver white garlic. This is more like your typical grocery store brand. It's also organic though. So basically I was estimating about 8 cloves per bulb, and I was way off. I'm averaging this here, so it's going to be well over the 240 cloves, which is a good thing. So I'm super stoked about the outcome here. So yeah, I've just been separating the cloves here from the bulbs. Basically you just remove some of the paper there, you take the clove here, and what you're going to do is, this is the root. So you plant this about 2 inches deep into the soil. That's your root. And then you've got the top here, and that's what's going to reach for the sunlight there. You plant it now. I think maybe in a month or so some green might come up through the soil. But yeah, the clove will start to turn into a bulb all over the fall, winter, and spring, and then you harvest it June or July. So I'll get back to you here shortly with when I start planting it. Hey guys, so I got the rows spaced out here. I've got a string. I just went along the string there and tried to make a straight line. I got the romaine here. I got some bib lettuce here. One packet led me all the way down the row, and I still have maybe a quarter of a packet left. So more seed than I thought, which is good. So let me do a little bit here for you. I know there's a faster way to they make little devices to put the seeds in, but I don't know. I like doing it by hand. A year from now I might not, but All right, so baby lettuce is planted. I've got I guess 2 rows of the Lore's garlic on this side here, kind of coming down this way here. I'm about to plant the silver, starting from here. So and see how far down I get. But this is kind of the stick. You just have to make an indentation in the dirt, probably 2 to 3 inches, and then you push the garlic down. Again, you want the side up going up, and then the root down here. So yeah, we got 1 row in there. Actually 4 rows, and that is it for now. Hey everyone, so I'm going to show you how we're doing these row covers here. You can put insect netting over it, or shade cloth, or weed cloth. So the insect netting is going to give it, will transmit 90% of the light. It will let the water in, but hopefully keep the insects and possibly some of the weeds out. So earlier in the video, I showed you the PVC types, putting it, the PVC type with doing the rebar. We decided to go this route, not just from a cost factor, but it's going to be a lot more easier to manage these. So let me show you a couple here, and then we'll put the insect netting on, and then we'll wrap it up. Yeah, so this one, a roll of 171 feet was $17. That same amount would have been, I think it was like 70-ish. And I don't even know if that included shipping, so definitely scored a deal here. So you just kind of put this on the edge of the walking path here, stick it in the ground. Luckily the soil's real soft here, so it goes pretty good. Back this up just a little here. All right, I'll do one more for you. Okay, so we'll be back when we put the insect netting on. Okay, we got all the hoops in the ground here, and what we're doing now is securing it with this string here. So basically what we're doing is tying off on this here, this little anchor that I made, and anchoring it into the ground, and then looping it through each one of these. You don't want it too tight, but you want to make sure it's just taut. So we went all the way down the road, and then we anchored it at the end, so that'll give it that extra support that it's going to need. All right, so we finished adding the Agribon insect netting here. We just weighed it down, used some boards that I got from Home Depot for free, and just whatever bricks and rocks we had. We got to find a better solution to that though, because it's going to be a tedious process pulling those items off every time. So either sandbags with handles, or some sort of heavier type hose or something that we can just move along pretty easily. So I'm going to close out for now, and look forward to seeing you on the next video. Thanks.